Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And this is a sad follow up to a piece I did yesterday, or the day before yesterday it would be, with regards to speculation as to why Bruce Willis has been making so many kind of rubbish films or second rate films of late. I think we discussed that there was 13 in the last 2 years, which is an extraordinary amount to be filming. And the speculation in the piece was that Bruce had early onset, or at least an onset, of a deteriorating condition. This was rumour and speculation at the time. And now, today, a couple of days later, it looks like it's been confirmed. And it's very sad. It's very sad news when anyone, regardless of who that person is, when anyone is confirmed to have this. It's sad because it takes away the very essence of the human being. It takes away their memories, and a man is the sum of his memories. Who you are is your life experience, the things you've done, the people you know, and to lose them, it's a long, lingering death. Really, even before you die, you've gone. It's very sad. Just going to cut in. I'm going to look at this article and then move on. This is a very quick video, and it was just in sad confirmation, I'm afraid, of what the speculation had been. So I'll put myself down and we'll have a look. Yeah, so here we go. The breaking news: Bruce Willis, 67, is diagnosed with degenerative brain condition and will step away from acting. And I feel very sad about this. It means that his past is very much is past now. There is no more films. We're never going to see Bruce Willis in an acting role again. And I did like his films, and he's never going to be as good, So it ultimately sad for him, sad for his family. But we'll read on. Actor Bruce Willis has been diagnosed with a brain condition called aphasia. His family said in a statement he'll be stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. The condition is an impairment of language affecting the production or comprehension of speech and the ability to read or write. And you think, for an actor, this is probably the worst condition that you could possibly have. There's so many things you could do if you had other roles. One only has to look at Michael Fox to see that even though he had Parkinson's, he has continued to act. I believe he was in Designated Survivor. But for aphasia, for the incomprehensible nature of it, it's appalling. It's so sad. But I'll read on here. Bruce Willis, 67, has been diagnosed with a brain condition that affects his ability to understand language and will be stepping away from acting, his family has announced. In a statement posted to social media, his family said, "To Bruce's amazing supporters, as a family, we wanted to share that our beloved Bruce has been experiencing some health issues and has recently been diagnosed with aphasia, which is impacting his cognitive abilities. As a result of this, and with much consideration, Bruce is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him." The statement added, "This is a really challenging time for our family, and we are so appreciative of your continued love, compassion and support. We are moving through this as a strong family unit and wanted to bring his fans in because we know how much he means to you as you do to him. As Bruce always says, live it up, and together we plan to do just that." The statement, which was signed by his wife, model Emma Hemming Willis, and ex-wife Demi Moore, and all of his children, concluded. According to the National Aphasia Association, the condition is an impairment of language affecting the production or comprehension of speech and the ability to read or write. And you've got to think, when you're an actor, what is more important? I mean, you've got your lines. You've got to not only learn your lines, you've got to comprehend the lines. You've got to comprehend what the words mean. For you to impart pathos or anger or jealousy or fear or whatever the words are saying, you must understand what those words mean for you to portray those words effectively as the writer intended. And for him not to do that, I mean, that's an appalling thing. For any actor, that's an appalling thing. The association reports that the condition is always due to injury to the brain, most commonly from a stroke, particularly in older individuals. Head trauma, brain tumours, or from infection can also cause aphasia. It is currently unclear what led to Willis's diagnosis. And there's the man himself, and we'll never see him again in a film. And there's the statement from the family. Their tweet, should I say. Yeah, and it's very, very sad. The announcement comes more than 1 year after OK magazine reported that Willis was beginning to spend more time with his family as they feared he had dementia. His wife Emma has helped Demi Moore and the children Bruce shares with his ex-wife to make truces because they know he's fading, an unnamed source told the magazine in January 21. They said he had sold his New York property to spend more time with his wife and children in LA. In recent weeks, Willis has been pictured with his family on several occasions, with Moore sharing a picture of the two of them last week as she wished him a happy birthday. You know, that's so sad. The announcement marks an end to Willis's decades-long career, which began with small roles in television shows like Miami Vice and The Twilight Zone in the early 80s, according to IMDb. He also he had an extra role in a film with Paul Newman called The Verdict, where Paul Newman was like a washed-up drunk of a lawyer, and he had his last case kind of thing, and he had to win. He had to win this case. And in it, if you look carefully, sitting on one of the benches is a very young Bruce Willis. And he didn't speak or anything, it's just an extra role. But sitting next to him is Jigsaw from the Jigsaw films. Again, in an extra role. No, neither of them spoke. But it's funny that they were both sitting there, as extras in this film. And of course, they both went on to become stars in their own right. Anyway, his first big role was as John McClane in the hit film Die Hard in 1988, leading to 6 sequels. Indeed, the initial poster of that didn't even put his face on it because nobody knew who he was. They certainly did afterwards. Yippee-ki-yay. Willis went on to star in films like Pulp Fiction, great film, love him in that film, 12 Monkeys, and the superhero film Unbreakable, for which he reprised his role over a decade later in the 2016 film Split and the 2019 film Glass. He also appeared in a number of TV shows, including the beloved classic Friends, Moonlighting, and as the main voice actor in Bruno the Kid. Willis has also recently completed multiple projects that are in post-production, including Vendetta, Fortress, Sniper's Eye, and White Elephant. And a lot of the films he's done recently have been pretty poor, it must be said. It is unclear what will happen with Fortress 3, which is currently in pre-production. They'll be insured. They'll get someone in to finish that or do that for them. That rounds it off. Yeah, I'll come up and we'll just finish the video here. So, ultimately, the sad news, and we must treasure the films that he's done. Certainly, I have Die Hard and Die Hard 2 every year. They're part of my Christmas collection, and I don't care what you think. They're Christmas films. Ho ho ho, you know. So I'll watch them every year. I can watch Die Hard with a Vengeance, which I've always got a soft spot for because that was the second film I ever took my wife to see. It was the first film I took her to see when it was just me and her. So it's a nice film. He's done some cracking films over the years. He's done some rubbish, and he's done some bad films, but he's been good in them. I mean, I liked The Jackal. I thought he was brilliant in that, but the film itself was a bit poor. But he did show the different, the range he could do in there with all the sort of the impersonating other people and that. So I mean, the guy definitely had range. He just mostly did action films. But that's it, and now no more films whatsoever. So I wish him the best of luck. I wish his family well, and I hope that he retreats from public life and gets all the necessary care that he needs. Anyway, I shall round it off here. If you like what you hear and see on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for further notifications on new product. Leave a message, leave a like, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.